And on behalf of the residents, staff and management, I would like to welcome you all here this afternoon to the official opening of Curam Care Home, Navan Road. By way of brief introduction to the history of the centre, it is built here on the site of what was the swimming pool for the Deaf Village Ireland. We purchased the site and this process started back in 2017. A friend of mine asked me, how long did it take from start to getting it opened? And I said, well, around the same time that we started, there was an African elephant over in the zoo who they found to be pregnant. And I said, by the time we were open and registered, that elephant was very close to the end of the second pregnancy. So we all know the gestation period of an elephant is 2 years. So that'll give you some idea from the time frame from start to finish. Now, in fairness, in our defence, the elephant did not have to contend with COVID, as we did, or Brexit. But nonetheless, we opened the centre here on the 15th of July, and we were joined by Donny Conroy, who's sitting here in front of us. He was our very first resident, and delighted to see him here with us this afternoon. Getting the home built, registered and opened and fitted out is only part of the journey. The real challenging business begins once our residents arrive with us. And it is through the engagement of our very dedicated staff, the involvement of families and friends, and the residents themselves that creates the atmosphere that is here in Navan Road. So without further ado, I will call on my colleague James to address you. Thank you.
Seamus is one that's telling the jokes today, so I'll keep it short and brief. I've never written out a speech before. I normally just talk and live, so that's pretty dangerous. So I said I better write it out today. So, Minister Donohoe, Reverend Fathers and Reverend Sisters, family members, residents and friends, it is my great privilege, as Seamus said, to welcome you all here today to officially open this wonderful home. It's very unusual to open a home that is full of residents. Normally pre-COVID, a month or two after you open, you'd have the opening and there'd be a few residents in the home. But there's something very, very special about opening a home that is full of residents, because it's the residents' home. This is the reason we're here, to provide our residents with the highest possible care and quality of life in their local community. We believe that our care homes should be located close to where people live and have lived all their lives. We want to be part of the local community. So it is great to see how our care home in Navan Road has become an integral part of the community here in Cabra. And hopefully these bonds will grow as we grow. We're only 3 years old, so it's very young in the life of this home. So as we get older, hopefully we'll be more part of the community. I know people are here for generations, and that's the wonderful thing about being in Cabra and the surrounding area. People have lived here for generations, which is wonderful. The home becomes a community in itself. It is made up of all the residents, the staff, the families, the suppliers, the local organisations. And here in Navan Road, we are blessed to be situated adjacent to the DVI. What a wonderful location to be in, with the green fields around us, close to the Phoenix Park, and to be close to such a wonderful organisation as the DVI. It's a real pleasure to be here beside them. Creating communities is the heart of what we do in Curam, because homes are communities of where people live. Like all communities, it will thrive on the wonderful interactions and relationships that build up within the community. That is Curam Care Home, Navan Road. A key element of this community are our wonderful staff, who are integral to providing our residents with a dignified environment in which to live. To help us provide our full range of services, we have nursing staff, we have carers, catering, housekeeping, laundry, activities, maintenance, administration, and receptions. We are like our own little village, and we're all, if you like, a family. And that's what we try to engender, that everybody looks after each other, whether you're a resident, a family member, or a staff member. To manage all this, and to ensure that we provide quality of life and quality of care, we have our wonderful director, Camilla's Cook. She's around there somewhere, who is ably supported by her aidons Ning and Liliana, as well as the CNMs and all our heads of departments and all the staff. Finally, we in Curam are very proud of what Curam Care Home Navan Road has become and what it will be in the future. We also must thank all of our stakeholders who have supported us on our journey. They are too numerous to mention, but you will not cycle a bike without all the spokes in the wheel. And there's some of the spokes here today. Thank you very much for all your support over time. A care home succeeds if our residents see it as their home. I repeat that. A care home succeeds if our residents see it as their home. We often say we work in their home. We will never replace their home, but we must strive to provide them with a new home. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, James. I'm now going to ask May O'Reilly to address you. I'll preface my remarks by saying that what she's about to say was drafted by herself and she's not receiving any payment from us.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I don't know why I'm here. It's all been said already. But just to tell you my experience, he's telling the truth. I came into Curam 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago, and it was a whole new way of life for me. Everything's taken care of and all my needs are met. I don't have to worry anymore about the mundane things of living. Halfway up the stairs at night and you say, did I lock the back door? And then you go down to the back door and you find, what am I doing down here? It's locked already. So we don't have to think about that when we're in Curam. Now, residential care homes may not be for everybody, and I do understand that. But for me, it's home. The staff in Curam are second to none. They are always busy, always have lots to do, but at the same time will always meet the needs of the residents. They're caring, they're kind, and they're efficient. They also provide entertainment. We celebrate all the occasions. We celebrate Christmas, Easter, Halloween, birthdays, any idea, any excuse for a party. So all occasions are celebrated. I'm happy to say that I have made some friends here too. And you know what the best thing is? After the meals, we sit and we chat at the table and we reminisce. And the good thing is we're all of the same vintage. So we all understand what the other one is saying. Do you know, if I said, oh, do you remember such a thing? He said, oh, yes. And that starts off a train of thought and amusement. And when I first came here, it was really just another place to live. My husband had died and I'd been living on my own, and I decided that wasn't for me. So I came in. There's never been a day when I said, I wish I hadn't. I've always, from the day I came in, I've always been glad I came. Sorry. It's now my home. It was then a place to live, but it is now my home. And I look forward to many years ahead. So thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you very much, May, for those very kind words. I will now call on Minister Donohoe to address you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Seamus, to James and to May for the warmth of the welcome and for the opportunity to say a few words here today. And it really is a great opportunity to be able to address all of you. And in thinking about what I was about to say, I really noticed that all of the previous speakers used two words continuously. They talked about community and they talked about home. And those two themes and those two words are really important in all of our lives. But I think they are particularly important when you reach the point in life that you need a little bit more support, a little bit more care, and an environment like this can really matter. So in the few moments that are open to me, I just want to say a word to the most important people of all, who are the residents, those who live here in Curam, because you make the community. I also secondly want to acknowledge everybody who works here and those who are the son, the daughter, the niece, the nephew, or the friend of somebody who's here. And then finally, I want to end with a word to the staff and to all who work and run here in Curam. So firstly, to the residents, your home that I'm a guest in this afternoon, I want to say that one of the great gifts that we have as our country evolves is the gift of living longer and the gift, thank God, of being healthier for longer. But along with that gift comes the reality that as we make that journey through life, and at each point in our life we have different needs, but when you get to a particular point, your life at home, maybe your life alone, means that you can need a different environment and different support. And from the moment I made the short journey from the front of the building to here, I have a feeling of this being a real community, and the people who make it a community isn't the building, isn't the facilities, isn't the physical environment, as warm and comfortable as it is the people who live here. So for those who are living here, I want to wish you health, happiness and comfort in the time ahead, and tell you that the fact that so many people are here and that I want to be here with you on a Friday afternoon is because you are all as valuable a part of the community of the Navan Road in Cabra and Dublin 7 as everybody else in this community, and that we look forward to you being as much a part of this community as anyone else. So thank you for the opportunity to be in your home today. To those who love and who care for those who live here, I've walked that journey too. I know what it's like when you're worrying about the future of those you love, how they can be supported, how they can have the next phase in their life that reflects the fact that they're loved for and cared for. So I hope that those who are here, who are supporting and loving and providing care to the residents that are here, I think are right in making the choice to support their family members or their friends here. But they also, I hope, know that your visits, the time, your care for those who live here also makes this a community and makes this a home. And then finally, to those who run Curam, those who work here, who provide care, who look after the environment, who provide the food. To all of you, a big word of thanks. Because I know this isn't easy work. It's certainly not, at times, an easy way to work, an easy business to run. So to do all of that, you need to have something special. You need to care about this work. You want to invest and look after those who are here. And you want to create an environment of care and to invest your time and energy into that. And I couldn't help but feel that is the approach of everybody who is here, from the words that you've used, from the environment that is here, but most of all, from the tone of all I met who live here and how they feel about this new home. So, as has already been said, we all really only ever have one home, but you get to a point in life that you do need a new home. And I have a real sense, and I've had it for some time, but it's lovely to be here now and see it, that this is a home away from home, and it's a home where you're looked after and cared. So to the residents, to those who love and care for our residents, and then to those who make here a home by their investment, their time and their work. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here, to get to meet you, to get to see why this is so special. And thank you to everybody for making this a lovely afternoon. And I wish everybody who works here, everybody who lives here, and everybody who will visit here every happiness, every health, and every reward in the time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister, for those words and your kind intentions. I would now call on Father Paddy to say appropriate words of blessing.
Blessed are you, Lord, our God, Maker and Ruler of the universe. You have called us to be your people and have chosen us to serve you and sing your praises. Bless this home, Curam, and make it a true home for all who live here. Bless them with your special love. Grant your blessing to all who work here. Let this home continue to be a sign of your love for all and a reminder for us to serve you. Blessed are you, Lord, our God, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.